Hello everyone, my name is BJ Fox and welcome to Japanorama Rumble, Japan's first and only landscape-based English language comedy debate show. First, only, probably last.
In this programme, we will split Japan into two, West and East, and battle to see which has the most stunning scenery. West Japan has rugged mountains, shrines and temples, majestic rice fields, and some delightful castles and foliage.
And East Japan has, well, it's pretty much the same, but with more snow. And then you've got Mount Fuji bang in the middle. Or if you work in tourism, in every single picture. Trust me, there's much, much more. And we will show you that much, much more today by the power of the spoken word. We have two comedians representing and battling for East and West Japan. I think it's time to Japanorama Rumble. Shall we meet our teams? Representing West Japan, we have podcaster, comedian Ishii Tenemi.
Hello, I'm Tenemi Ishii from
And representing East Japan, stand-up comedian and voice actor John Sabai.
This podium makes me feel important.
Tenemi.
Yep.
Is that accent from West Japan? Tell me.
My English accent? No, it's from Canada and the United States because I lived there when I was very small.
Okay.
But before that, I was born in Okayama Prefecture in West Japan. Do you know Okayama, BJ?
I do know Okayama Prefecture, but maybe for the viewers at home,
Okay.
Okayama Prefecture?
Okayama is just the prefecture next to Hiroshima, and it is said that the legendary Momotaro comes from Okayama.
The Peach Boy.
But that's just a rumor?
Let's leave that there and go on to East Japan. John Sabai.
Hi, hello, BJ.
Is that accent from East? You know what? I can't even finish the question. Where are you from and why are you on my TV show?
I'm from the United States, I'm from Texas, and I'm here because you asked me, and I don't have a real job.
What's your connection to East Japan, apart from living in Tokyo?
I used to live in Chiba for like a year,
Yeah.
but I lied to my family and friends and told them I actually lived in Tokyo.
We hear that a lot.
Yeah. That's like if you're living in New Jersey, but you tell everyone you're from New York. That's what I did, except the Japan version.
So we've got East and West Japan, and they are going to battle today with the goal of ultimately convincing our panel about which direction you should go on your dream trip to Japan. Our panel tonight is made up of 5 residents of Japan, fairly new residents of Japan. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Our show today is made up of 2 rounds of debate, and it is your job to decide who will win. Now, Japanese decision-making can sometimes take a little bit of time, but not today. You have to be no hesitation and decide quickly whose arguments you found most persuasive, ultimately, whether you want to go to West or East Japan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to Japanorama Rumble? The first topic of today is cherry blossoms, Sakura. Sakura, the famous cherry blossom, has played a huge role in Japanese culture since ancient times, where nobility would gather together and host flower-watching parties and, inspired by the beauty of the blossoms, write poetry. That tradition has been maintained to the modern day, although switch out nobility for, well, pretty much everyone over the age of 20, and switch out writing haiku for being siku from drinking too much alcohol. Did you know cherry blossom is the unofficial national flower of Japan, and it blooms for just 1 week from March to May, depending on where you are in the country. This transient beauty is said to symbolize the shortness, the fragility, the beauty of human life, and certainly strikes a chord with me, a Tokyo-based British comedian, currently enjoying his oh-so-short 15 minutes of fame. John, come on, we need to make the most of this.
Hire me.
But what we have done today is prepared some video footage of some of the top Sakura spots from East and West Japan. And what I want you two to do before you get onto your number 1 spot is give our panel a taste of the Sakura in your area. And we are going to start with Ishii Tenemi and West Japan. Big hand.
Okay. Thank you. Let's start in Takato Castle Ruins Park in Nagano, an amazing place to kick off. Not much of the castle remains, just some ruins, but these pinker than pink cherry blossoms will definitely not ruin your day. Next up, the cherry blossoms by the Kintaikyo Bridge in Yamaguchi. See the cherry blossoms from a riverboat or high up on the bridge. Forget about being trapped below with crowds of tourists and enjoy being high above the clouds of cherry blossoms. Clouds, nailed it. And talking of clouds, here are the sakura of Mount Shude, Kagawa. It was on New York Times list of top 52 places to go. Mount Shude literally means that mountain where purple clouds emerge from it. It's Waycatcher in Japanese. But BJ, look at those views of the Seto Inland Sea. And if you're after quality, not quantity, how about Isshin-gyo no Osakura in Kumamoto, boasting a huge cherry blossom tree. It's over 14 meters tall and over 400 years old. That's older than the United States of America. What about that, John?
Okay, well, joke's on you. Everywhere is older than the United States of America. So.
Also, we have the canals of Yanagawa, Fukuoka. Think Venice, but with cherry blossoms. These are the moats of an old castle. How better to protect from attacking sunrise and beautiful cherry blossoms? Tatsugeki-ja! Oh, sakura. The ultimate distraction technique. But my favorite cherry blossom spot in Japan, Mount Yoshino in Nara, with around 30,000 trees and about 200 species of cherry blossoms. It's a famous historical site too, close to the ancient capital, and not only inspired many classical poems, it even inspired its own proverb here, Hitome Senbon. 1,000 trees at one glance. Look at the beautiful sweeping views. In conclusion, come to West Japan. Its history, beauty, also the amazing best Mount Yoshino.
Can I just ask, ultimate distraction technique, is that why you're wearing flower on flower?
Oh, sure, yeah. People is distracted by, I wonder why she's wearing flower on flower. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Are we just going to ignore the injustice here? You started with Nagano, which is not in West Japan, that's in East Japan.
No, geographically, Nagano belongs to West Japan. And actually, my dad's ancestors from Nagano, and they said that they belong to West Japan.
Okay, for the purpose of this program, we have drawn a geographical line down the middle of Japan, and it places Nagano in the west. So, John, can you get over that? Are you ready to defend your own sakura spots?
Yeah.
So on the same topic of sakura representing East Japan, put your hands together for John Sabai.
Okay, first up is Arakurayama Sengen Park in Yamanashi, the true birthplace of Momotaro. You climb about 400 stairs to be greeted with the most amazing view, a 5-story pagoda, beautiful cherry blossoms, and Mount Fuji. Looks like a postcard. And look at this! All 3 of them in one shot! If that's not Japanese efficiency, I don't know what is. Next is Akagi Nanmen Senbon Sakura in Gunma. Terumi, you mentioned 1,000 trees at one glance.
Yeah.
Well, Senbon Sakura literally means 1,000 cherry blossom trees, when actually there's more like 1,400, but I'm not gonna brag. Also, they all make like this ultimate sakura tunnel of love. A great place to bring your girlfriend, if you have one, which I do. She's real. Hey, do you love cherry blossoms but hate daylight? Then Takada Castle Park in Niigata Prefecture is just your spot. Around 4,000 trees lit up by 3,000 lanterns means it's a magical experience for vampires and daywalkers alike. A daywalker is like a half vampire. There's a movie.
Let's move it on.
Hirosaki Park in Aomori is also a must, providing stunning sakura views of an attractive castle with a snow-capped mountain in the background. The branches are actually pruned in winter using the same pruning techniques that Aomori apple farmers use in order to boost the blossoms. Now, maybe that sounds like cheating, but remember when Terumi stole Nagano from me? And now to Hokkaido, where you can enjoy cherry blossoms right until Golden Week in May, climate change permitting. And what a striking view you can get at Goryokaku, with its sakura flanked in a 5-point pattern, just looking like a big old pink ninja star. BJ, we've heard some impressive numbers today, but this tree is estimated to be over 1,000 years old. I'm not good at math, but that's like 14 United States. Miharu Takizakura in Fukushima. That's right, this noble giant, this wise old wizard, the great-great-great-great-granddaddy of all sakura. Takizakura literally means waterfall sakura. And what better tree to represent the Japanese people? I know I'm out of time, but come to East Japan. There's so much variety, so much history, so much love, and Miharu Takizakura is just amazing. It's over 1,000 years old, and this is Japan, so you have to respect your elders even when they cut in front of you at the supermarket.
West Japan, we had Mount Yoshino. East Japan, #1 spot was Miharu Takizakura. But there can be only one winner, so get your debate hats on. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's time to Japanorama Rumble. Terumi, before we start,
Yeah.
there was a little bit of an education moment there for me. Hitome senbon. What was that proverb?
Hitome senbon. 1 eye, 1,000.
1 eye, 1,000, and it means.
1,000 at a glance.
But there's more than 1,000 trees, so you're underselling.
So there are actually 30,000 trees in Mount Yoshino,
Yeah.
but I said 1,000 at a glance. So
Yeah.
that's a classic Japanese humility.
I think that's a very good argument there.
All right, listen, you don't have to make points for Terumi. 30,000 trees, sure, if you're flying over in a helicopter, or you have a hot air balloon, or you wished on a genie and can fly. But if you're on the ground, you literally can't see the forest for the trees. So that's an English proverb. That's a language that I speak.
Actually, in terms of proverbs,
Yeah.
if you told me 1,000 at a glance, when would you use this phrase?
Hitome senbon? Well, I said it's a proverb, but I think this just means to see many things like packed together.
Okay.
But this one is just exclusively for, I think, scenery.
Okay,
Yeah.
quite literal then. Okay, but what do you say to the charge that John has levied at you?
Yes.
That 30,000 trees, great if you're in a, what was it? Hot air
Like a
balloon.
hot air balloon or a genie.
You can just walk under the trees, stroll and take a day
Yeah,
with your girlfriend.
My girlfriend, that's very real.
Okay, so in terms of a day out, that's
Yeah.
fun.
Yes.
Whereas, could we say, one tree, how long does that take to go around? Like 2 minutes?
It takes 2 minutes. Sure, you can see a tree in 2 minutes, but you can do a lot of cool things in 2 minutes. You could cook an egg and not eat it. You could watch 12 10-second videos.
Okay.
You could say hello to your very real girlfriend.
Okay, you are losing this argument slowly
Sorry.
but surely. Okay, that was the numbers. But I also wanted to introduce some rankings related
Okay.
to these two terrific spots. Okay, I'm going to read these. Mount Yoshino, recognized as World Heritage Site as of 2004, and Miharu Takizakura is included in the Sandai Takura spots, the top 3 Sakura spots. Terumi, are these official spots?
Please don't ask me such a difficult question. But yes, Miharu Takizakura is said to be the top 3
Yeah.
scenic spots. But it is all subjective.
Okay.
Yeah, but claim to fame, Toyotomi Hideyoshi did cherry blossoms viewing at Mount Yoshino.
Toyotomi Hideyoshi. I know who that is. He's a footballer? No?
If he is a footballer, then you don't know him.
Okay.
He is a famous warlord from Sengoku period.
Famous warlord.
Yeah, one of the most famous ancient rulers of Japan.
Perhaps in the top 3?
Yes, definitely top 3, with Tokugawa Ieyasu, the shogun,
I know him.
who was there at the same time. And you know what? They brought 5,000 people.
Oh, well, it's good to know that overcrowding during cherry blossom season is not a recent thing.
Yeah, it's a traditional Japanese culture.
Okay, any celebrity spots up in Miharu Takizakura?
No.
No.
But, interesting fact, in 2008, seeds from Miharu Takizakura were sent into space, and they spent almost a year at the International Space Station.
Cherry blossoms in
In
space.
space! Yeah, that's right. So, in space. So maybe not like Toyotomi Hideyoshi,
Yeah.
but like, you know, like a Jeff Bezos vibe, the warlord of online shopping.
Well, okay, well, let's leave the rankings there. It would not be a Japanese travel show if we did not talk about mascots. Yes, okay. These are the mascots of these two spots. We will start with West Japan. Tell me, what is it?
It's fairy.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not a thing. This is Yoshino Pinkuru. So say hello to Yoshino Pinkuru, BJ.
I am not going to say hello to Pinkuru.
I mean, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Yoshino Pinkuru. Yeah, cute.
What's
So
its deal?
the Yoshino Cherry Blossom Fairy.
Yeah.
It brings happy smile to everyone, just like me.
Beautiful,
It's really nice.
Okay, going on to Miharu Takizakura, we have a hippo with a mohawk.
Yeah.
Who is this?
This is Komarin.
Yeah.
She was born in 2014
Yeah.
on the day when the cherry blossoms at Miharu were at their first blossom.
What are those three symbols there?
Yeah, there's 3 symbols on the tummy. I don't know which one is which, but those 3 symbols represent cherry blossoms,
Yeah.
peach blossoms, and plum blossoms. So Miharu means 3 springs, and these 3 beautiful blossoms usually, in most places in Japan, blossom at different times. But at Miharu, they all blossom at the same time.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought this show was about cherry blossoms.
It
and
is.
you said plum and peach blossoms? Cheating now.
You're also cheating.
You included
Also,
other
both of
flowers.
you invoked your ancestors.
Just like Pinkuru, smiles. On that note, let's close round 1 and move over to our judges. You have heard the arguments from both sides of Japan. Now it's up to you to decide which way do you want to go. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh! And the winner of round 1 is Ishitari! How do you feel having won round 1 of Japanorama Rumble?
Wow, I feel amazing. And it was like 5-0.
It was a whitewash.
Yeah.
Whitewash. I didn't expect this.
I think maybe it comes down to the fact that you gave interesting facts
Yeah.
and John talked about his girlfriend.
Girlfriend. But I delivered some like intellectual proverb, like Toyotomi Hideyoshi was there.
I was mostly shouting.
Yeah, now it's time to move to round 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rumble Rush. Okay, Rumble Rush is a quick fire round. We have prepared snippets of footage from both West and East Japan based on a certain theme. Now, on that theme, you have done your homework, and again, you need to convince this panel, the viewers at home, whether or not they should go to your area of Japan. Are we ready?
No, but let's go.
But also remember, Rumble Rush has a time limit. It's 20 seconds. And as you may know from living in Japan and many karaoke experiences, when your time is over, I will kick you out. Are you ready for Rumble Rush?
BJ, is that a stopwatch or like an old cell phone?
Moshi Moshi, it's a prop. It's a prop. It does feel like I could play Snake on this.
Yeah.
And the first topic is onsen, and we're going to start with East Japan. Go.
Kusatsu Onsen, Gunma. It has the largest volume of naturally drawn hot spring water of any onsen
Yep.
in the country. 30,000 liters. I still don't know what a liter is, but I know it's a lot. It's so hot that they have to beat the water with boards to lower the temperature. It looks like a spatula rave. You see, got big... Okay, fine.
Time. Okay, on the same topic, can we go over to West Japan? Onsen.
Beppu in Oita has so many onsens. The steam pours from the streets like you're in hell. Some onsens are called Jigoku, which means hell in Japanese. But this place is actually like a heaven. They even have nice, heavenly hot sand bath.
That is time. Sand baths, do they
Sand
count
baths.
as onsen?
It's a part of onsen.
It's a dirt onsen.
Dirt onsen.
All onsen. Yeah.
All onsen are dirt?
Inclusive. All heavenly place.
All right,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay, we will move to our second round of the Rumble Rush. That is temples and shrines, and we're going to start with West Japan.
Okay. Fushimi Inari Taisha, Kyoto. This shrine is famous for its Senbon Tori, which means 1,000 gates. Here we go again.
Hitomi Senbon!
Yeah! Actually, it's more than 10,000. And also, BJ Fox,
Yeah.
you love it there because, see, there are lots of fox statues.
of foxes, keep going.
Yeah. Maybe you can see your lost brothers.
My lost brothers, I know my brother's at home in the UK at the moment. But
Really?
Thanks for the concern.
No fox brothers here?
No Fox brothers. But on the same topic of temples and shrines, can we go over to East Japan? John Sabai.
Okay, I love this place. Nihonji in Chiba. It has a temple renowned for its giant stone-carved Buddha statue, 31 meters, the largest of its kind in Japan. It really has like an adventurous atmosphere that makes you feel like a certain whip-wielding archaeologist going to like a shrine of doom on like a final crusade, maybe like a raider of the lost, you can't say brand names.
Thank you very much for taking it to the limit, but not crossing that line there, John. Okay, we're on to our next round of Rumble Rush, and that topic is castles, and we're going to start with East Japan.
Okay, not only is Odawara Castle a beautiful fortress in its own right, but it's also a quick local train ride from Tokyo. Check out the unique rectangle and triangle-shaped holes in the walls that in the old days, the defenders of the castle used to shoot arrows through and skewer their enemies like pieces of yakitori, except they were people.
Okay, on the same topic of castles,
Okay.
over to West Japan.
The famous Himeji Castle. Its nickname is Shirasagi-jo, which means White Heron Castle, designed to shock enemies by its absolute beauty. Built in 1609 and still standing, and in 1993 it became the very first ever UNESCO World Heritage Cultural Site in Japan.
I like it. Distraction technique again. Beauty.
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 White absolute beauty.
Win with absolute beauty, whereas the best points that you could come up with for Odawara Castle was
Yes, holes.
It's close to Tokyo and you might be killed.
Yeah, you might be.
On to our fourth round of the Rumble Rush. This time it's rice fields, and we're going to start again with East Japan.
Okay, the Hoshitoge rice terraces in Niigata. So this area is the biggest producer of rice in Japan. The dramatic shelves formed by the terraces, about 200 in total, look a lot like fish scales or like the scales on a dinosaur. Tyrannosaurus rice, Riceceratops, Onigiri dactyl, Stega soy sauce.
Stop. On the same topic of rice fields, West Japan.
This is Maruyama Senmaida rice fields. Senmaida means 1,000 rice fields. Can I use a proverb again?
Go on, Hitomi Senbon.
Hitome senmai.
Wow.
Hitome senmai. Actually, it has about 1,340 rice fields, so this is more than Hoshitoge. Amazing.
Time. Also, Tenemi,
What?
you had me with Hitomi Senbon,
Yep.
and now you've changed it to 1,000 rice fields.
Rice fields, that's hitome senmai. And if you see thousands of people packed in a train,
Yeah.
that's hitome sennin. Because the counter is different in
Okay.
Japanese.
This is slowly turning into a very
Bon
different
for
TV show.
trees, nin for people, mai for rice fields. Hitome senmai.
Okay, well, if you want to learn more Japanese, there's lots of programming for that.
You're at the right place.
Yeah.
I mean, not this program, but
Maybe the
other ones.
next.
NHK, yeah, education.
Okay, we have reached our final round of the Rumble Rush. This is the wild card, anything goes, your trump card, and we are going to start with West Japan.
Okay, this is the amazing Iya Valley and Shikoku. Steep gorges, exciting road bridges, and more. It even has a special surprise, a cute little how do you say?
We definitely don't say that on NHK. We don't. Person.
Yeah, a statue of a little boy like in Belgium.
Very nice, Tenemi. We've had Venice and Belgium today for you. You're so
We
cosmopolitan.
can find them in Japan.
Can you be a little boy in Belgium?
I hope so. That sounds wrong.
Sounds terrible.
That sounds terrible. I don't want to.
On the same topic, your wild card, East Japan.
For my ace in the hole, I'm going to the Hachimantai area in North Japan. Head through the frozen roads to a wonderland of icy fields, volcanic mountains, and unique pond formations, including the Dragon's Eye. Formed briefly by melting snow in late May and early June, behold, brave adventurer, the magical realm of Hachimantai. I don't have facts, just noise.
It's just noise and it's just how he acts.
Hey, okay. You have to do what you have to do, especially when it comes to the Rumble Rush. That was the final round. Wow, so much information and noise in such little time.
I was like 15% info in the yelling.
Okay, but I think it's time now to throw it over to our panel. You've heard from both East and West Japan. Which one will you be going to? 3, 2, 1, judgment. West, East, West. Stop! And the winner of the Rumble Rush is John Sabai and East Japan.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, esteemed panel. Thank you to my gracious opponent.
John,
Yes.
you're the winner of the first ever Rumble Rush. How do you feel?
This is the first thing I've ever won in my life, and it feels good. After an entire childhood of being picked last for dodgeball, I'm always gonna remember this. So, thank you.
So round 1 was won by Ishii Tenami, Sakura.
Yep.
Round 2 was East Japan, John Sabai. The final judgment goes to me, and for the reasons of this being an entertaining yet educational show, I am going to give the points and the win to West Japan. I have to confess, when I first heard Hitomi Senbon being a proverb only used for those moments where you see 1,000 trees, I thought that's not potentially very useful. But you proved me wrong, and when it comes down to it, it's certainly more useful than the phrase onagiri dactyl. How do you feel having lost?
Fine. Fine. I'm fine. I'm gonna be fine.
You went from the highs of winning the Rumble Rush to the lows of losing.
My very real girlfriend and I are gonna find comfort in each other.
Tenami, how do you feel having won the very first ever Japanorama Rumble?
Oh yeah, I'm very glad. I'm very happy that I could show the best parts of West Japan, and maybe I want everyone to feel like going to West Japan when the situation is better.
And with our winner decided, just like a springtime Sakura, our time with Japanorama Rumble comes to an end. And a final thought for our viewers. We may have had a winner today, West Japan, but the truth is, both East Japan and West are full of amazing spots and well worth visiting. They are both winners.
Yep.
And the only true losers are those with the inevitable post-Hanami epic hangovers. Been there, done that, probably going to do it again next year. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. My name is BJ Fox. Peace and love. This was Japanorama Rumble. Sayonara!